Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and this is your Stockwatch list for September 11th, Monday. So let's go ahead and take a look at some information that came out on Friday after the bell. We had some insider purchases after hours, 100K or more. We had AAT, CEO purchased over 46,000 shares on AAT. COTY, a couple of insider purchases there, one for 20,000 and one for over 62,000 shares on COTY. INCY, director purchased 100K shares. FCX, COO purchased over 36,000 shares. BLDR, director purchased 800,000 shares. And US Steel, CFO purchased over 36,000 shares. And some news that came out also after the bell on Friday, we had some form filings, S3 on ESES. FLL Form 3, GGAL Form F3, KEM pricing of secondary offering, PUMP filed Form S1, UBSH filed Form S3, UEC filed Form S3, XHR filed Form S3, auto mixed shelf on XHR. For your economic information for a Monday, not much going on at all for economic information, but we do have a few earnings tomorrow after the bell. IRET, LAYN, LMNR, PPHM are all earnings after the bell tomorrow. For your earnings calls for Monday, September 11th, we have EFII at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we have LMNR at 4:30, PSDV at 4:30, and PPHM also having their earnings conference call at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the SPY. We're looking at it on a 30-minute time frame, and note the 65 SMA on the chart. This is equal to the 5 SMA on the daily chart, and you see the struggles we've had trying to get back over it. So far we haven't. That 247.25 has been a resistance spot this week, so we're in a very tight range. To the downside, 246.30 has been trying to hold quite a few times. If you look at the trend line here, that's around that 246.30 spot also. After that, we have support at 245, and then after that around 243. If we go ahead and look at it quickly on the daily chart, you see those lines, how they play out on the daily chart. So you see we can't get above that 247.25 area, and the bears haven't been able to break down that 246.30 spot. So we'll see what they want to do with the hurricane and in Florida, Irma. And our heartfelt thoughts go out to all the families out down there in Florida that are being affected by this. Just be safe, and hopefully you get your power back on and your life back to normal as quickly as possible. So thoughts and prayers out to all the folks down there in Florida having to deal with Irma, and of course also with Houston having to deal with Hurricane Harvey. So I'll be running a couple of free webinars, one on Monday, September 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Thursday, September 28th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Come join me, sign up down here, put your, the name you want to use and your email address, and, I'll be doing those starting at 6 p.m. on September 5th, Monday, September 28th. Thursday, both at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll talk about my service. We'll talk about my thoughts on trading. We'll also talk about some swing trading, charts, and things like that. So come join me, come meet me, and hang out. Be it about probably be like a good hour on the webinar. So would be glad to see you there, and come ask questions or whatever's on your mind. All right, so just a little brief information about my webinar coming up. So we'll go ahead and get into the watch list. We have ACTG, which popped with over 2 million shares. So this one will be on watch for Monday, trying to crack this $4. You see how support can become resistance now. So $4, be watching for that break. We're at 375 now. It did have a high of 380, so maybe 390 might be enough to get ACTG going. We'll see how it sets up intraday. AUPH. We're still watching this one. Tried to break 7 on Friday, just couldn't do it. Pulled back a bit here, 1.8 million shares. So see if they can take this one up over 7. BABA will be on watch. You see it's been holding the 20 SMA here and flirting with that 170 break. So BABA, looks interesting. CNAT, over 500,000 shares traded. We did have a high Friday of 626. So just keep that in mind, and we'll see if this sets up intraday. CTXS, looking for this more for a short. All right, if this can break down below this 300 SMA, which is currently at 74.77, so we'll say a break of 74.70. We might get a continuation move to the downside. Duncan, looking for this one to be a short also on a break of 51 area for Duncan, so keep that one on watch if you're looking for a short. Showing weakness here and remaining under the 20 and the 10. And see if they want to break it down. DRNA, this one looks interesting, but lower volume on this name. But we are trying to break out over this 400 EMA, excuse me, 400 SMA. Sorry about that. We're trying to break out above this 400 SMA at 360. So we'll see if we want to go ahead and do that on Monday or maybe later in the week on DRNA, a biotech name. EBIO, big pop on Friday, so we'll see how this sets up intraday. 3 million shares traded in EBIO, so I'll watch this on a lower time frame and see if I can get some kind of like red to green move in the name. ePay, I'm already, full disclosure, already in a swing trade on this one. You see it's riding the 5 EMA, trying to break out over 31, so we'll see if this one will continue for next week. If you're not in this one, I would wait for the 31 break on ePay. FBIO, some volume came into the name on Friday. We are holding this 50 SMA at the 450 level. So if this can get back over, say 490, we might get a continuation move in FBIO. FireEye, just because of all the hacking news, the breach at EFX, so we'll see if this one has any more legs. Needs to get above this 1616 area for FireEye. Another name, maybe if you're interested, you can look at is CUDA. That one would have to get over the highs Friday, which is currently at 2450. So either CUDA or FireEye. An engineering construction company with all the hurricanes unfortunately going on. Floor, we did have a high of 39.31, so maybe 39.25 might get this one going again on FLR. GoPro had nice news. Big volume coming in, so I would be interested in this one if it can take out maybe this 1050 spot, or maybe wait for it to break out over this 11 spot on GoPro. So we'll see what it wants to do. Groupon, trying to hold this 10 SMA. Buyers came in around that 430 spot. So we'll see if this wants to get back over 450, 445 on GRPN. HFC, this is a refiner, and looking like it wants to try to get over 30, we'll call it 3275, trying to get over 3275 on HFC. HIMX was hot as a pistol, now pulled back to the 10 SMA, so we'll see if we can get back over 1050 level. KGJI, some expanding volume here and just basing under this $2 area. So we'll see how this one sets up intraday. LB, I'm looking at this one either short or long. If we can take out maybe the lows Friday, 36.76, we might get a continuation move down. If we could take out maybe 37.50 for LB, see it's been beaten down quite a bit. Maybe we'll get a reversal up on limited brands. LPTH, this company has earnings on Thursday after hours, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. If we can get over this 275 spot on LPTH. Lulu, takeover chatter around the name, trying to get back over that 62.50. We played this one in the room at a break of 61.50 and got a nice pop in Lulu. NXTD, looking for the 225 break on this name, and we'll see how it sets up intraday. PSX, another refiner, starting to break out, trying to take out this 85 spot on PSX. Phillips 66, so that's another refiner. So we'll have to see, how the refiners are going to act on Monday. SGMS, this is a gaming stock, and it's basing below 36. You see that 36 has been a troubled, resistance spot. So we'll see if this can take out 36. SYN, this is a small name under $1. Let's see if this one can continue through maybe 80 cents, 82 cents for Monday on SYN. 2.8 million shares traded. TPX, looking for this to maybe take out the highs from Friday. TPX had a high of 62.58, so 62.65 in that spot. Might get a continuation. You kind of have like a cup with a handle here on TPX, and we'll see if there's any kind of movement in this one. Twitter finally took out that 17 spot, holding above it. Now it looks like it needs to clear, 1760, 1765 for Twitter, so it could be interesting. USCR, this is kind of a play on Irma and Harvey. Concrete, US Concrete, if we're going to be doing a lot more building to get those cities back to where they once were, you probably figure you're going to need concrete, so this one will be on watch. VLO, another refiner. We played this one in the room on Friday when it broke through that 70, and we got a nice pop up. Now I'm watching for it to reestablish 70 and maybe a continuation move. WY, this one is a lumber and wood production company, so we're looking for some kind of setup on this one because of Irma and Harvey. XXII, the folks in my room are already in this one. We're in this one at like 242, 243, so we're just looking for a continuation move in this XXII. You see the volume that came in on Friday, 4.8 million shares. Zooms, they had earnings, big pop in this, so we'll see if this wants to set up intraday. Big volume that came into the name ZUMZ. So that's a few names for the Monday watch list. This has been your stock watch list for Monday. And also, if you want to come check out my room, I am running a special 20% off. You can lock in these prices. $79.20 is the monthly. The annual is $799.99, and this is the only prices you'll pay, not for any classes or anything like that. $440 for the semi-annual, and you can lock in your price. This will be your price. You're getting 20% off, and we do teaching throughout the day. I show you my scans throughout the day. They're up on a screen share. You get news audioed into the room, and also you get the news right in the screen share also. So some different ways. Come try us out for the monthly, or if you want to jump in for the semi-annual. Whichever one you choose, you'll be locked into that price, and you are getting 20% off. This has been Zozo Stock Watch. Good trading. Once again, prayers and thoughts go out to those folks out in Houston. Prayers go out to Irma folks being hit in, taking a hit in Florida. And also tomorrow is 9/11. And our thoughts and prayers go out to all those families that were affected on September 11th. So a lot of prayers and thoughts for you folks. And have a great week trading. There'll be another stocks to watch list Monday night for Tuesday. And thank you very much for listening. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to my YouTube channel. Also hit the like button if you like this video. And thank you so much for your for listening on YouTube.